Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Warno deck deep dive, this time featuring the French 6 Legere Blindee, their light armored division built around the MX-10s, a really unique one that I also had a bit of a tough time getting into, but by now I feel like I have a hang of it, and it's time for a deck deep dive. And we start, as always, in the logistics tab, where you want to take kinds of supply. You don't need endless supply in this one, but ever since they got the small ones, you can bring the small supply truck nicely around. The P4 PC Classic 3 availability CV doing a good job as always. And yeah, nothing special here outside of that in the logistics tab. Infantry tab is where you start to get your legionnaires, and you want to take them. The free veterancy that they get, or not free veterancy, they pay 5 points for it, but the veterancy they get extra over the normal Grenadier Voltigeur and the Resolute trade on top of that really make them a good bit more combat efficient, so it's worth taking them. We also take the leader because it gets free veterancy in this case for 5 points, which means that it has a bigger command radius, giving its bonus. And we also take some 7mm MGs, 7.6 millimeters, to get around cheaply with defensive units. Like, these are just there as picket lines and being as cheap and affordable as possible, so that you can get a couple more units out early, because your division actually is pretty expensive unit by unit. Like, none of them is super expensive, but every unit is a bit of a premium, so you want to have a couple of cheap units in there, and that's where these guys come in. You have some forward deployment here with the crab as well. You absolutely need to take them. They are really helpful in the early game, especially against divisions that don't have any forward deployment, but also to rival other forward deployment units. They are pretty capable at fighting in the mid distance with the sniper rifle. The anti-tank also capable enough against forward deploy vehicles, so a really key unit there for the openers, and in general just a good special forces unit later on for fighting as well. Legionnaires here in normal and Apilas form. Then Sappers for fighting in towns. We all take them with VABs, as those 50 cults are pretty handy. And then we have the Legion Milan 2 in a VAB Milan with Milan on top as well. We get a couple of ATGMs going. The veterancy here, pretty helpful as well. The free vet there, really kind of handy. At 30 tab, we have the important super fast firing 155mm coming around to smack anything that needs smacking. A really good gun with the high rate of fire. Really capable of killing stuff that other 155mm often wouldn't kill, because the second shell lands so quickly, stunning down the enemy, killing off the enemy. And then the third shell comes in quite quick afterwards as well. And you have the mortar here in the VAB just there to get you some smoke onto the battlefield. And you actually want to take the... You might want to take the non-Legion one, but the Legion one gets the extra veterancy. So quicker aim time, quicker reload time. So in the end, I think the 5 points extra here are worthwhile as well. And then we have the tank tab, where we have the MX-10s in big numbers. You have a good couple on 2 vet, and then a couple on 1 vet here. The SB Legion ones with the 19 pen, really key if you want to kill off medium tanks. If you fight against stuff like T-72s or so, these are key to have a chance of actually killing them off next to the ATGMs. Whilst against lighter divisions, the normal AMX-10 RCs absolutely do the job. 17 pen is pretty good, but in some cases, these here are the key ones, and the extra veterancy there can come in pretty handy as well to get yourself a bit of extra accuracy and rate of fire. So, key features here. AMX-10s obviously have to maneuver around. The Mephistos with the strong ATGM, the Hot 2, really key for the open areas as well, to both stop enemy IFVs and also kill off enemy tanks that try to push over the open fields. The only long-range ATGM you get, so pretty key feature here as well. And then the normal P4 Milan for the good stealth, with the Milan 2 being quite capable too. We get more of those in the Recon tab, where we have the VBL Milan for early quick maneuver with good ATGMs, the AMX-10 RC Legion following up behind your trap and trying to snipe enemy recon vehicles down. We take the Puma Orchidee with a pretty cheap exceptional optics helicopter over the CL-89 nowadays, as the speed nerf did nerf this quite a bit, and you are not an air spam division that needs to find targets for the air the whole time and stuff like that, so the more reliable recon that can lead the way for your AM Nexus with the Puma Orchidee is more important in this deck in my eyes. And the exceptional optics for 50 points is quite nice here as well on a fast helicopter. No ECM and only 6 hit points, but 6 hit points still enough to at least eat 1-man pads, so that is fine as well. We take the spies as good combat recon as well for availability here on 1-vet. The VAB spies with good optics can be a bit handy as well, and the eclairs with the good anti-tank launcher for 4-man squad for 35 points can be nice on the flanks and just as general recon as well. Dinops, in my eyes, not that great. 40 points, a bit too expensive for a unit that doesn't have exceptional optics and no AT, and only 4 hit points. Like, they don't really win. The smoke is nice if you want to use them together with the crab to get some fights there early on, but it's not that important. So I feel like they miss a 4th weapon, like either another TNT or so that they really win in TKC fights or something like that. But until then, Dinops are only okay. And AA, we have Throttle as the maneuverable AA. You absolutely need these things. They are pretty okay nowadays. The Legion Mistral as your cheaper Mistral actually coming around. It can come around just in a P4 and be a normal Mistral launcher, and then the Mistral in the VAB T20, so that you have some gun-based AA as well that can help out against helicopters, that can help out as infantry support, and the Celtic as amazing anti-helicopter or an anti-air helicopter that can just shoot down everything basically with the quick rate of fire. Like, if you have 3 of those together, planes can't really dive them without dying themselves. You can beat other AA helicopters as well because you have more range. They are the best AA helicopters in the game, so you absolutely want them. Even the OHs are already great. Celtic is just on another level. And then helicopters, normal ones, Gazelle cannons for the opener to maybe run down some stuff as well and make it so that the enemy has to bring AA around and put a bit of a premium on them. Gazelle hot for holding off breakthroughs on the sides, and also the longer ranges here. Like, if the enemy has some heavier tanks pushing you somewhere, bringing a hot 2 force the enemy to move with AA and so on. Pretty handy as well. Then air tap, cluster, because heavy tanks are something we have to fear. Rocket to deal with ATGM positions, because ATGM positions are the bane of your existence with your tank tap, because you can shoot down medium tanks, you can shoot down IFVs quite easily, but ATGM positions you don't kill off as quickly with the small gun, and they kill you one shot. So the Jaguar rocket there to kill those off quickly and cheap with a really quick reload time as well is pretty important. And then 2 fighter cards, because you don't have the AA to fully rely on, so having some decent fighters here with the Mirage 2000s, which are also at a pretty decent price point nowadays, is quite key as well. So yeah, in general, strengths are obviously the fast, strong guns, like the MX-10s are really, really nice. The port deployment is a nice strength as well, and the quick support is the other thing. Like, you have affordable maneuverable artillery, you have affordable and maneuverable recon, movable and affordable AA with the Croatel. Helicopter, same thing, small light, like the light support that helps out your tank tap actually being that flexible force that it needs to be is really key. Whilst weaknesses, obviously the lack of any heavy tanks and the lack of any IVs for an armored division, that's not great. And then as the last weakness, I would say that the air tap is not great. So you can get air spammed, and that is painful when your things die one shot to bombs or any ATGM planes and even gun planes that can just run you down. And helicopters can be dangerous for your AMX-10s as well, so the air tab weakness is real as well if you lose the air fight. You can hold it, it's not the biggest one, but if you lose there, it can be really painful. So yeah, that's the 6. And let me know down below how strong you see this division at the moment. I think I see it as a mid-tier one. Good counter pick, but also easy to counter, I feel like. And on ranked, always a bit risky to play. But it's a pretty unique division. If you like AMX-10s and you like to play light, I think this is the division for you. And it's great. It was a great division with Selfec. And yeah, see you all in the next one.